Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Jonathan. Today is March 10th. Right now it's 10:30 a.m. So I'm going to show you guys how to make rice with the yam in it. I guess you could call it sweet potato for American. So quickly, things that you need. Obviously, you need a rice cooker. Doesn't matter what kind of you have. The one that I have right here is a mini style, small size. You could have a big one as well, but as an individual, I only need a small one. They do have a measuring on the side right here, so it depends on how much rice you need. Okay, guys, so I fill up the rice ready. As you can see right here, I have white rice, brown rice, and red rice. So I'm mixing it. Doesn't matter what kind of rice you use. Most standard rice people eat usually are white rice, but I have here mixture of three different rice. As you see, the red one, the white one, and brown rice, all mixture together. So no matter what kind of rice you have, but I do want to mention that oftentimes brown rice tends to cook longer. It takes longer time to cook. That's pretty much it. But other than that, it's the way how you cook them is pretty much the same for all standard. So next you want water. So as you see, I'm kind of filling up the water right now. You want to submerge all the rice inside, even the one that's flowing on top. Kind of just gently agitate the rice a little bit, just move it. You don't have to go crazy on it. You don't have to squeeze it or anything like that. Just agitate them. A lot of starch outside of the rice should able to flow on top. Usually you see these powder, the cloudy powder on the water. That's the thing that you want to pour away. So you want to pour these cloudy water away. You might want to wash them 2 or 3 times until it's not as cloudy as the first round. Okay, guys, so I probably washed it probably 2-3 rounds already. I don't exactly remember, but as you can see, the water is not as cloudy as the first round. So that's the consistency you want. So for the next step, you want to set the rice aside and then grab the sweet potato or yam out. And then first you want to wash these. I got this from Chinese grocery store. I think most supermarket has these. You could use different variety of type, but I usually use the sweet potato, the orange kind. And you just want to wash it. For me, I don't really peel the skin. I know that some people actually peel the skin, but I don't really do it. So after you wash them, you want it to place on the chopping board and cut them to small pieces. So quickly show you guys what happened after I chop it up. So I only use one. I still have 2 more left. I'm gonna save these 2. Because I have a small rice cooker, as you could see. If you have a family, sometimes people have a pretty big rice cooker, but for me as a one person, I have a small rice cooker. So you don't really have to chop it really big. There is no specific shape that you want. You just want to chop it to rounded shape. This might be kind of big or small. If you want something small, it's fine too. Doesn't matter. As you can see, mine's not too big. So next thing what you just do is you pretty much just throw it in. That's all, and pretty much cook it with rice. What happened was that after the rice is done, the sweet potato or yam tends to get very soggy, very sort of like a mashed potato type, and then it's easier to chew and eat with, and healthy as well. Another thing that I want to quickly mention is that make sure you clean up after yourself. As you could see, I actually wash everything and clean everything up. I just like to clean everything up before I start cooking it. Last thing that I also want to mention is that when you put the rice cooker, I don't know what this called, bowl, into the rice cooker, make sure you wipe it. So you grab a paper towel and wipe around it. Make sure it's not wet, because if the bottom is wet, tends to later on tends to get rust in here between the metal. So before you put this down into it, make sure you wipe all around it. There is no water or anything like that, and then you just slowly put it in. It's kind of hard to use with one hand. And another thing that I forgot to mention is how much the water you should put in terms of the water, I usually just go a few I guess few centimeter right above it, or sort of like a dump size. So you could use your nail, about the size of your nail. So in terms of if your rice is about this much, you just use your thumb, and then the water should be right above your thumbnail size. That should be good enough. Of course, if you want to have like a porridge or give a soggy in the rice, you could add a lot more water. But yeah, that's about it. So you kind of just turn it on and wait for it, cover it, and that's pretty much it. Show you guys when the rice is done. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. If you guys want to cook a simple rice, it's also the same thing. You just put the rice, and then if you want to cook a plain rice, just rice with the water, that's it. But if you want to add stuff to it, like what I'm doing right now, adding sweet potato, or sometimes you could also add like a vegetable. If I'm lazy cooking, if you want, you don't have to cook it outside while it's cooking the rice. You could also add the vegetable in it too at the same time. I know some people also put meat in it. You could also do that. I seen a few years ago, it was kind of like a fad thing going on with people put like chicken, like KFC chicken inside their rice cooker. Supposed to taste good. I haven't tried that yet, but I don't really do that or eat meat. So, but anyway, that's about it. I'll show you guys when it's done. But other than that, yeah, make sure you clean everything up, because you don't want things to pile up, and then it's going to be a lot of work for you after you're done. Because after the food, pretty much just want to enjoy the food. You don't want to like, oh, gotta wash it and everything. So yeah. Hey, what's up guys? So it's been about 15-20 minutes ready. The rice is done, so let me quickly show you. So obviously it shows that it's in the warm mode. Just switch to the warm, so it's actually done. And yeah, so this is basically what it looked like. The good thing about having sweet potato and yam compared to normal potato is that it's sweet, obviously. It has a lot of nutrient in it, and also it's good because it's very soggy. Well, it's mushy, I guess what you could say. If you could see it just break apart, so soft. So it's good for elderly, if you having hard time chewing the meat or chewing hard stuff. Sweet potato or yam is definitely a good selection for it. So yeah, it adds some taste to the rice, plain taste, because rice oftentimes is just really plain. So if having yam in it or sweet potato in it, it adds some sweetness to it. So yeah, that's good. Also, you could eggs to it too. Sometimes instead of boiling your egg in water, you could just grab a whole egg, just put in the rice and cook it with the rice as well. That's also a solution. And for those of you guys who like to eat sausage, you could also throw sausage inside the rice while you cook it. That's also another thing that you could do with it too. So yeah, there's so much way to cook rice and add stuff to it along with it as well. So that's pretty much the video how you cook a rice with the sweet potato, excuse me. That's it. If you have any question or comments, leave it below. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.